It's the 2020 Beginner Band Concert. Now here are your hosts, Mr. Newell and Mr. Beckerus.
Welcome to the 2020 Beginner Band Concert.
We've had 6 weeks to get to know our 6th grade band class for this year, and they've come a long ways in learning their instruments.
You'll get to see all of their progress throughout tonight's concert.
Tonight's concert comes out of the Essential Elements for Band series, published by Hal Leonard, whom gave us permission to broadcast this performance on YouTube for 3 months.
So get in as many views as you can before November 4th.
And the good news is that we can guarantee no campaign ads will appear when you watch this concert.
Before we begin tonight's performance, let's say hello to our house band, who'll be providing all the background accompaniment for tonight's performance. Give it up for PB and the Jays!
Let's get to the real reason you're watching, the students. Our adventure started in June when students picked out their instruments.
The reason why I wanted to play the flute is because it's a nice grip and stuff, and it's like really easy to do to press the keys. And also it's very light and it's very easy to carry around.
I picked the trumpet because I want to try a new thing and I want to be in the harmonic band.
I want to play clarinet because it seems majestic and a really cool instrument.
So I decided to do trombone because I thought it was a really cool instrument. It sounded cool and I thought it was going to be interesting to learn.
I decided to play flute because in 5th grade and 4th grade we were kind of playing recorder and it's kind of like the instrument.
I originally was going to play trumpet, but there was already around 15, so I decided to play baritone because there was only one other person playing and because my older brother Connor played it.
I picked percussion because I wanted to play for a pretty long time.
The reason I picked the clarinet is because I just like the way it sounds. And I thought it would be really good for me.
When we began this summer, way back in July, you may have noticed some of this. After that first day, we taught them some techniques to help build their embouchures, so things started sounding better. By the end of the first week, everyone was making more appropriate sounds. Then we were ready to start tackling music. Here is the flute class performing Reading the Notes.
I'm sure at some point you started to actually recognize some of the songs they were learning once they learned their first 5 notes. For instance, Rolling Along, performed by one of the clarinet classes and the French horns, and Hot Cross Buns, played by the trombone and baritones.
By this point in time, students were starting to get into the better habit of practicing, and it helped that progress was becoming evident.
Every day I practice and it made me better.
I practice a lot and I do better in it. And I FaceTime with Carly while practicing, and she helps me too.
I practiced the cards, practiced my trombone, and it made me better.
As we moved through the book, the songs started to get harder and harder. Here's the tubas with Go Tell Aunt Rhody and a trumpet and clarinet class performing Doodle All Day.
The deeper into the book we got, the more you may have recognized the tunes as students start to learn their 6th and 7th notes. One of the trumpet classes will perform London Bridge, and you'll hear French horns and percussion play a Mozart melody, followed by the trombones and baritones on Lightly Row.
Christmas in July when the tubas learned Jingle Bells.
Really have anything to say here. Let's just get to the next songs. A trumpet class and the percussionist will perform Skip to My Lune, while the flutes show you what they can do in Au Clair de la Lune, and the other trumpet class plays William Tell.
Even with all the challenges we faced with the COVID-19 pandemic, we were all able to work together to give this year's 6th grade class a chance to begin their adventure in the Monarch Band.
And when I say we were able to work together, I'm not just talking about the two of us and Mrs. Reiner and Mrs. Lauterbach. I'm talking about us, our students, and you, the family members of those students. It takes all of us working together to create a successful instrumental music program, and you are all a very important part of that. So thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
The clarinet section will now play two of their favorite tunes. Here's Hey Ho, Nobody's Home and Frère Jacques. We've had a great time getting to know your students, and on behalf of myself, Mr. Beckeris, Mrs. Reiner, and Mrs. Lauterbaugh, thank you for sharing your students with us over the past 6 weeks.
Thanks again for watching. We look forward to the day when we can all get together and have a real concert in the Fine Arts Center. But until that day arrives, we'll all do our best to teach instrumental music in a safe and responsible way.
We'll end tonight's concert with 2 selections featuring all of the classes together. Enjoy, listen to our sections, and Hard Rock Blues.
That's it.
Boom. And